Feels like I'm drowning, invisible, 'cause you can see me in the shadows.
Back to my channel. If you're new, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you can see the rest of my videos and join my family. And if you're back here, welcome back. Thank you for returning and watching my other video. So today I'm gonna do a get ready with me and just an update on my cancer treatment and how my life has been so far. Let me tell you that your girl is stressed. I'm very stressed. But let's go ahead and get started. I already did my eyebrows in another video. So I uploaded a video on how I did my eyebrows already. But I was looking back at it and I noticed that my eyebrows were like completely uneven in that one. One was like fatter than the other one, or thicker, I guess. And I did not want to put up a video where I'm teaching you guys how to do eyebrows when I didn't even do them well myself. So I'm gonna delete that one, and I just made another one, so that's why I'm gonna have the same colored shirt on both videos. But yeah, I just didn't want to put something out there that is not good. I was super tired. I just wanted to get a video up, so it definitely wasn't my best work. So I just recorded how I did my eyebrows, so this one's definitely a lot better than the other. I finished all major cancer treatments, thank goodness, because I have not gotten a break since August of last year when I was diagnosed. So I finished radiation on Wednesday, and I could never be happier because, as you can see, my skin already looks pretty angry. Right now, all the redness that you can see, it's peeling everywhere. It's not pretty. It definitely hurts. So I was definitely really happy to just kind of be over with that chapter of what I went through. So radiation really sucked. Not in like it hurt when they were giving me the radiation, because it doesn't. They just put you like in a little, like you lay down. And then there's just this laser that gives the radiation to you. You don't feel it going in. You don't feel anything until the last weeks of radiation. So I had 6 weeks in total of radiation, and I didn't get any of the side effects until like the last 2 weeks, which is when my skin started getting really red, peeling. When they're giving you radiation, for me, because I had a double mastectomy, so I had both breasts removed, they had to deflate, I guess, because I have expanders. They're prepping my skin, they're stretching it out to get to the size that I want for the final breast implants that I'm gonna have for the reconstruction process. So because they were giving me radiation, they had to deflate or kind of make smaller the right one that wasn't going to get radiation, because in radiation they kind of give you the radiation in multiple angles. So in one of them, so if I'm laying down here, the radiation is kind of this way, so it would hit this breast, and they do not want that. So they had to make this one was pretty much flat, and this one was the size that I was at, which I think I had like almost 500 cc's, which is, I was kind of like a C cup on this one, and this one was completely flat, so I was completely asymmetrical, which, let me tell you guys, was not fun at all. It was embarrassing. I didn't feel comfortable. So it started getting hotter here, and I would still have to wear sweaters, obviously, because I was embarrassed to go out looking like I had completely uneven breasts. And I know that most women do, but not the way I did. So yeah, guys, radiation was definitely a struggle. It was every day, Monday through Friday. I had the appointment at 10, what was it? Oh, got really sorry because the sun went down, so it's not as bright. I'm sorry, guys. I had my appointments every day at 10:45, and it was an everyday thing from Monday to Friday, so it was almost like a job. I was always the youngest person there, obviously. So like I didn't make friends, I guess. Like, I didn't talk to anybody except the radiation therapists who were giving me the radiation. But other than that, I didn't talk to people. It got tiring after a while, obviously. But I'm just glad that I'm done with that and that I can move on with the next chapters of my life. On top of the stress from cancer treatment, since this is also my junior year in school, I've been stressing out with the ACTs and the SATs. Let me tell you that they killed me. I already got my scores for the ACT that I took and the SAT too, and they were definitely not my best. Well, I mean, it wasn't that bad, but it definitely wasn't to where I want to get it to. I'm really interested in going to Carleton College in Minnesota, and in order to get into that school, you have to get an ACT score of a 30 through a 32, which is their average there, and I was not at that. And I guess I can't beat myself up too much because I did take the test when I was still in radiation. I was really tired. I couldn't focus. I haven't been in school for a year. Like, yes, I'm doing this stuff like at home, but it's not the same as obviously as going to class every day and doing the material and revising it when you're over there. So I think that it definitely put me at a disadvantage, but I'm gonna take it 2 more times. So I'm gonna do ACT prep, and then I'm gonna take it again, and hopefully I can get my score up a lot more than I did than what it's at right now. So yeah, guys, like, my life is really stressful right now. So I'm definitely really thankful that I'm done with radiation, and that won't occupy like half of my, like, all morning. It pretty much occupied my entire morning. So I'm glad that that's over. And I'm just excited to almost be starting my senior year and kind of putting breast cancer behind me. I will definitely make a video once they tell me that I'm cancer free, because I don't know, that's gonna be really emotional, you know. It's definitely been a hard couple of months. It's not even it's almost been a year. It's been like, I think like 8 or 9 months since I was diagnosed, and it's definitely been a journey. It's definitely been really stressful, and I'm just glad that I'm gonna be able to have an opportunity to just kind of start doing normal things like getting my license and, I don't know, having the time to actually hang out with friends, because before I really did not have the time. Like, people would tell me, or they would ask me if I wanted to hang out, but I'd be like, oh, I'm too tired, because radiation also does make you tired, not as much as it did with chemotherapy, but it still made me pretty tired. So I would have to be like, oh no, I'm tired. And I mean, you get bored after a while, obviously, of just being at home. It was pretty much a routine of going to radiation, coming home, and then I would just lay down, do homework. I did not have the energy to be able to go to the gym, and the burns on my arm, underneath my armpit, are really bad. Like, my entire skin is peeled off, so it's all like raw red skin. So it hurt to even move my freaking arm. So obviously I couldn't go to the gym. I did not want to make it worse than it already was. I did not want to anger the skin a lot more. Like, I was like, I am not gonna mess with it. So I just couldn't go to the gym, which made me even more depressed, because the gym is like an escape to me, you know. Like, that's where I would go off to blow off steam, to blow off the stress of the day. I kept going to the gym when I was in chemotherapy, because yeah, I threw up and I felt like absolute garbage, but that was only for like the first couple days, and then afterwards I would be fine. So, but for this one, like, I found myself that I couldn't even go a lot of the times for like the last like 32 weeks, when I would feel really tired and my skin would be going crazy. I don't know, it was just really stressful. I didn't even know that my last day was Wednesday for radiation. I wasn't under the impression that it was on Thursday. So when I came in to the radiation thing, everybody was acting weird, like smiling and being like, oh, are you happy about your big day? And I was kind of like, what are you guys like talking about, you know? And then they were like, you're not happy? And I was like, happy about what? Because, you know, I kind of get cranky after it was early in the morning. I was tired. Radiation makes me tired. I hated it. And then she's like, today's your last day. My radiation therapist said that. And then I was like, what? I was so confused. I was like, you guys told me that it was Thursday. And I was like, oh, it was our mistake. No, today's your last day. So I definitely felt like really like caught off guard and emotional, because I mean, this has been my life for the past month and a half, with going to radiation every single day, you know, not feeling my best, having my skin being really burned, having your boobs being so different and asymmetrical. It takes a toll on both your physical and your mental health. So I was definitely really relieved to kind of hear that. And then when you're done with like radiation, I guess like a tradition that they have is that they make you hit like, I forgot what it's called, like a bong or something, you know, that big like circular thing, and then you hit it. I don't know, I'll insert a picture that they took of me, which means that it's like a symbol that you're done with radiation and you're kind of gonna like start a new chapter in your life, I guess. And I would go to radiation by myself because it's all the way, so I live in the suburbs, and all my treatment is in Chicago, so I had to have like an hour and a half drive every single day from where I live all the way to Chicago. So it was a struggle, let me tell you, to try to find somebody who was willing to take us, because my mom doesn't drive all the way over there, and I have a baby brother who we couldn't find a lot of people to take care of him, and I mean, it was just a hassle. So we had to find like a taxi person to take us, and not everybody wanted to drive all the way from where we lived over there and then have to wait for me to be done with the appointments. So it was definitely a struggle to try and find people to do that. So I know that a lot of you are gonna be wondering, like, so what's next regarding my cancer treatment, because like I told you in my cancer video, which I will link both my eyebrow video, my cancer video down in the description box, along with all the products that I'm using. I explained in my how I got told that I had cancer video that I did 4 months of chemotherapy. I had a double mastectomy, which is the removal of both breasts, and then I just finished up with radiation. So a lot of you guys may be wondering, like, what's next? So like I told you guys, I'm pretty much done with all major treatments regarding like putting chemicals in my bodies and killing off cells. So what's next is mostly reconstruction stuff to kind of reconstruct my new breast, which I'm definitely looking forward to, because it sucks to have to look at myself that way. So that's one of the big things that are coming up in the next couple months. And then I have to take a shot every month, and what it does is that it puts my ovaries to sleep. So I'm pretty much in a menopause state. Yes, I know, 17-year-old with menopause, how crazy. So yes, it puts me in a menopause state because my cancer cells, or my tumors mostly, they feed off the hormone called estrogen, which the ovary produces. So if I keep having my period, or if I keep having my ovaries like working, it's gonna keep producing that hormone, and there's a risk if there were any microscopic cancer cells left in my body that they might, you know, start growing again and forming cancer. So just to prevent it, they're giving me the shot every month, and it's pretty much putting my ovaries to sleep. So it means that I won't have a period, and I'm gonna do that for 5 years. So I'm not gonna have a period for 5 years, which is both like a good thing, I guess, but then I don't know, it feels weird. And then I do have to take it's called hormonal therapy. It's just a pill that you take, and I think I have to take that for 10 years. Yeah, just to make sure that my hormones are in check and that they're not getting off the charts. I mean, I still have a long road ahead of me regarding you know, the 10 years when they're actually going to let me know that I'm completely cancer free and if the cancer returns. But I'm just happy to be done with all of this and be able to kind of start acting like a normal teenager for a change, because you know, it kind of sucks to have to worry so much at such a young age. Just cancer, having breast cancer sucks. It also kind of like, it gives you a new perspective, I guess. It gave me the courage to start the YouTube channel, honestly, because I just thought that life, I know it sounds cliche and stuff, but honestly for me, I'm like, life is too short to not do what I like, and if this is something that I like, then it's worth starting. Because before I would be like, oh my god, what would people think of me, and I would be afraid because, you know, people in school would see it and stuff. But now I'm like, I don't really care. Like, I'm not gonna let it stop me. So some good did come out of the bad experience, which I am definitely grateful for. I'll tell you, oh my god, I forgot to tell you guys. So yesterday when I got expanded, because they're expanding my right one again, the one who they deflated for the radiation, so they were expanding it again. They couldn't get it to the size that the left one is yet, because they took off quite a lot, and my skin wasn't able to handle getting like so much of the saline in it. But they got enough, and how they expand you is that they put a needle in, there's like a little port on the expander. So they take the needle and they they don't stab you, I guess they like put it in through your breast into the port. And before I wasn't able to feel it because I was getting expanded right after I had surgery. So the whole area was numb. I lost feeling, obviously, because they cut off the nerves. But I'm starting to regain some of the feeling back, and where the port is kind of like up here, like not as much down here where I completely don't feel it. So it was more like up here, and I'm starting to regain sensation there. So I felt it when they were stabbing me with the needle. And the needle's big, guys. Like, it's like this big, and like it's thick. It's not very small. It's like a little tube almost. And I felt the mother trucker going in my breast. I was not expecting the pain, and he was like, oh, you're getting some sensation back, that's good. And I'm like, yeah, it's good, but not in this situation. Like, I could feel him like stabbing me in the boob with the big ass needle. And then when the like saline was going through it, it would move, like it would like jiggle, so like it would hurt even more. I don't know, it was just such a terrible experience. But I don't know, I just need to suck it up and think of the positive. I'm gonna get nice boobs. Alrighty, you guys, so this is it for the Get Ready With Me. Thank you so much for watching and for listening to my life and ranting about everything. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and share my channel so that we can grow more. I really appreciate you guys. We're like at I think I'm like at 120 now, so I'm really grateful for that. I love you guys so much. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.
I pull up straight to the club and they all show me love, and we all on me gente. They keep on asking for liquor and bitches, they want me, they all compliment.